Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We are so lucky. We actually were able to have a stream tonight. It has been a day. Yeah, that's one way of putting it. I spent, since I got back from lunch, fighting with Ob and got it finally in a position after stripping everything down so painfully to be able to stream like half an hour before stream.
And we still have troubles.
Yeah, we still have troubles. There's a reason why
Because
our...
there is no bun cam.
Yeah, there's no bun cam. There's no icons for you to watch to see who's speaking. This is like a bare bones minimum stream time. With that, shall we get on to our White Mage questing?
Yeah. Anything to avoid main story.
Yes.
The storm's been a bit of a mess, but is not at all related to any problem we actually had today.
Yeah, the problems we had today were totally not the storm's making. Though we did have a couple of flashes, as in brownout.
Like right now?
Yeah. Hush. Okay, I'll stop talking about that now. So we're off to do our job quest.
Hail to stand before the illustrious Atoa Cant.
Hookney Pum? Or is that...
Koopcha Koopa.
Yes.
And yet now I stand before you, which, as I've heard from Rhea, is the next best thing, Kupo.
Hookney Pack?
Rhea might be more affable than her brother, but she's not one to spout words of idle flattery. This, I speak from experience. Yes, you've proven yourself a worthy white mage indeed, Kupo.
Oh, good.
Kupo. Taint misbehaving. Rhea Osina has a task of great import for you.
Rena, Ladonia, you two could not have come at a better time. We have dire need of your aid.
Is that again or still?
I think that's a still. There isn't time to explain. Okay. No, but the trouble is afoot, and I would ask you two to meet me at the Guardian Tree.
Of course.
Off to the Guardian Tree! Woohoo!
Come on, Eorzea. The game is a white mage, or something like that.
Oh, I did get my sister. She got the Triceratops that I sent her. And the photo she sent back was just so adorable.
Yes, it was.
I'll probably share it over on my Patreon.
Okay.
Well, I want to kind of keep it a bit locked and private because it is a personal photo.
Yes, it is.
But she had the two Triceratops and hung them from her ears so they looked like earrings. It was just adorable. I am so glad so many people have been pleased at those.
They are amazingly cute.
And apparently Ursi got hers, because she left a message in Theron's box, like, oh my god, thank you!
Very good.
So the only one who has yet to pick up is Action, and that's because today was his day off, so Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really kind of looking forward to Dawn Trail and see what they do visually for the zones, because they've suddenly had we don't really have that much of a limit for poly count anymore. Ripped off of them.
Yeah.
So these zones, while they're very pretty, they can feel a bit sparse.
Yeah.
Hello, Eorzea.
Thank you for coming on such short notice. We knew not who else we might turn to.
Rayo? How fares the Great One?
Unchanged from before, I'm afraid. He repeats the same words over and over.
Then it falls to us to glean their meaning. Very well. Rena, Ladonia, you will recall the time we performed the quieting and quelled the Great One's rage. Since that day, we have continued communing with him to ensure all is well. And it was, until recently.
Dun dun dun.
I'm afraid to say that an unsettling change has come over the Great One some days ago. He has taken to repeating the same words to us. The taint floodeth the forest, its beating heart to befoul.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good. After some inquiries and research, we were able to learn that the Great One has spoken these words before, during the time of Eorzea Kant. Immediately, we were made to wonder, when Master Eorzea embarked upon his journey of healing, could his purpose have been to protect the forest from the taint of which the Great One now warns?
We sought to delve further into this, but no accounts of Master Eorzea's journey are to be found at Stillglade Fane. Such records as exist are in the keeping. Oh, excuse me.
Ow.
Such records as exist are in the keeping of his foremost student, a mage who recovered his remains from Omgoro. If he is still alive, he may be able to assist us. We have prepared a missive, and we would ask that you deliver it into his hands. After irritating his beloved master, the man is said to... After interring his beloved master...
Yes.
The man is said to have taken up residence at Fulgrode Float, that he might ever be near the tend to the tomb. If he is there still, the locals should be able to put you in his direction. While you see to this task, my brother and I shall remain here and continue observing the Great One. Many thanks in advance, Friths.
Okay then.
The people of Fogord Float should know where Master Eorzea's student might be found. I suggest you speak with them first.
We have our flying orders. It is deeply unsettling to see the Great One behave so.
Yes, we do. And away!
Up and away?
Sorry, finally getting obs into set up and us actually running the stream. My body's like, okay, you can relax now. Yeah. I might need more caffeine. It has just been a stressful day.
Meow.
And poor parents, like, I'm going to leave the room now. I don't want to deal with you stressing out. I know why you are stressing out. I understand why you're stressing out. Doesn't mean I have to stay here for it, since I can offer nothing in help. Yes, we are in Final Fantasy! And we are stoutly ignoring MSQ once again to do side quests.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, in this case, we're doing job quests because we want the gear and the skills before we go into the last dungeon and trial of Heaven's Word.
The last will and testament of Heaven's Word?
Yes. We can start interrogating people. You, sir, we're going to interrogate you.
You seek Master Eotowa's former student. I'm afraid he has departed for the realm yonder. His granddaughter now tends the tomb at Proud Creek in his stead. If truth be told, I am worried about her. The area is thick with fiends, and even experienced wood whalers avoid venturing there unaccompanied.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, ma'am. We're going to interrogate you. Eotowa Kant's old student? I heard that he had some tending to the tomb, but it's a young maid, as I recall. This is Final Fantasy! Just because they're female doesn't mean they're capable. Or not capable.
That old fellow. I'm afraid he passed away some years ago. I remember him well, though. He took care of his master's tomb to the very end. His granddaughter, as Shiva, tends the place now, and she's been especially attentive since those accursed bandits came and defiled it. Well, that can't be good.
We're bandits? Did we defile it? Don't think we did.
I don't think we're bandits.
But it's off to the tomb. This should be a lot easier.
We're not bandits, we're the Hareband.
Yes. Zoom. Yeah, we decided to do this one first since normally we have our systems connected so you can see both our screens at the same time down in the chat log. Ooh, a hunt target. Unfortunately, Ob decided to throw fits today, so we couldn't get that working like we normally did. So we decided to do the one class that we have both in common so we don't have to trade monitors.
Something like that.
Ooh, there's another one.
Oop. No.
Oh, we got everyone now.
Credit. And yeah, there's another up the stairs.
Is it actually one we need?
Yeah, lesser Kalan.
Yeah, go ahead and tag it. I'll just make a mincemeat of these guys. It's not like we have to do the phage or anything. Woohoo!
and a couple more over here.
Oh, we need more?
We need 4. We've done 3.
Well, they could just be a bugger and have 5.
Yep. There we go. Conqueror 44.
Do we just want to kill this guy while we're here?
I don't know. Go to Marshmallow and Peeps thing.
I think Peeps is being bloodthirsty.
Maybe I need to level sync.
Hey, level sync! Where is this tomb? Ah, there it is. And there she is.
That's helpful. Oh dear. I think somebody got themselves in trouble, man. Darn you, tap target.
Did you tap someone you didn't mean to?
Yeah, someone who wasn't even inside the circle that I was facing directly.
Yeah, I do wish the tap target in this game was a little better.
Yes. Start with what's in the center of the screen and work outwards.
Thank you so much. So focused I was on tending the tomb, I failed to notice the fiends approach me. What? You're searching for a granddaughter of Master Atoa's former student? Yeah? Well, then you need search no more. I'm Eshiva.
Okay, I feel much better now that that purple circle went away.
Know that I have taken my grandfather's responsibilities. If it is within my power to help the Seed Seers, then I shall be glad to do so. We have a note here.
Pajoli missive. Passionate entreaty for aid penned by the Pajol Rhea Osina.
The taint threatens the Twelveswood? Nofika have mercy! As the Seed Seers have surmised, 'twas it purged the taint that Master Atoa journeyed at length and breadth of the realm. Simply put, the taint is aether that has been befouled. If we are to be rid of it, we must find the source of corruption and cleanse it. The question is, are the Seed Seers prepared to do as Master Atoa once did? At any rate, it is best that I speak with them directly. I shall make my way to the Guardian Tree at once. So, we're going back to the Guardian Tree.
Yep. Could have offered her a lift on Eorzea or Lucy.
No, Eorzea and Lucy can only take 2.
Yeah, and there's 2 of them, and overall 3 of us. It would have worked out. You don't believe me?
We going in the right direction?
Don't ask me.
Kinda, sort of. We need to go this way. That's right, we went up, around, and down, and through, and yeah. Oh man, I remember back in the day of AR having to farm Bane Mites for silk thread. That was painful.
Let's not revisit those memories.
Well, what was worse is there was someone else. We actually got to talking and we ended up friending each other for a time. Who was farming them too for something else completely different. Thankfully, this game is very good about sharing tags and resources. So you actually end up more cooperating than you do fighting. trust me, after coming from several other MMOs, that was like a brush of fresh air when I realized what was going on. After all, this is me. I prefer playing with people, not against people. So Pint put out a new video the other day. They successfully cleared Eureka.
Okay.
I was like, good on you, Pint. I'm never going back there. But they were actually talking about the Baldessian Arsenal, which is the ending raid dungeon to the entire thing.
Okay.
Which kind of sits in difficulty between normal raid and savage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we need to head back to the Guardian Tree. I was just autopiloting to Camp Tranquil. I'm sorry. I blame Pint.
Eorzea is trying to skip steps on us.
Yeah. But apparently one of the things about the dungeon is that if you die, you immediately get booted.
Oh, jeez.
Now, most of the effects that go off, if you have any inkling on what's going on, you can easily dodge them. They've got some pretty good tells.
Okay. You're gonna need them.
But yeah. Ooh, Ixion.
Mm-hmm.
The Soothsayers know what they must do. But are they willing to do it?
They're probably willing to let us do it.
Yeah, they're probably going to have us do it. That's usually how this works.
Journey? Outside the forest? Uh-oh.
That's okay, Awful. I can't spell either, so welcome to the club.
You two will get along well.
My thanks for finding the Shiva, Rena, Ladonia. She has told us all.
If we are to protect the Twelveswood from the taint, we must needs deal with the corruption at its source. Is that the way of it?
It is. That is why Master Atoa embarked on his journey, heedless of his Pajali heritage. And yet, Master Atoa is no ordinary Pajal. We are duty-bound to remain in the forest. We cannot simply leave it. Why are you staring at us?
Adonia, Rena, I'm loath to ask this of you after all you've already done for us, but the preservation of the Twelveswood is at stake. You're not Pajali, and hence are not bound by the laws which bind us. Will you embark upon this quest in our stead?
With all due respect, I cannot believe what I'm hearing. You would entrust the fate of the forest to a pair of adventurers?
Yes.
Again!
Yeah.
Calm yourself. And you know that Rena and Ladonia are no ordinary adventurers. Nay, they are white mages true, chosen by Master Atoa himself to be his successors. They bear the soul crystal and his legacy both. I have every confidence that they will be able to purge the taint. As such, I would join my voice to my brother's request. Oh, if we must. Master Atoa's successor? That such an individual existed. Actually, there's two of them! Actually, there's practically a whole server full!
Now, let's not get into that.
Ah, don't you love space-time wedgies? which are now official canon lore to the game. I wish to make a request of my own. In his youth, my grandfather served Master Eorzea proudly, accompanying him wherever he went and assisting in purification rituals. It has ever been my desire to emulate my grandfather's deeds. If Ren and Ladonia are to undertake this quest to eliminate the taint, I would likewise accompany and assist them. Oh, she wants to be our meat shield? I'm game for that. The journey will be fraught with peril. Are you willing to risk life and limb solely for the sake of emulating your grandfather? I am, my lady, but that is not the whole of it. I cannot sit idly by while a threat encroaches upon the 12's wood. It is our home, and we each must do our part to protect it. Our part? I see your heart is true. Very well. Assuming that the Friths consent, and I see no reason why they would not, you have our blessing to accompany her. The fate of the 12's wood is in your hands. We shall pray for your success. The fate of the 12's wood is in your hands. We shall pray for your success. You said that.
'Tis no simple matter for a Padgel to leave the 12's wood. Once again, we must rely upon you, my friends.
We need to make plans for the journey. Please come and see me at Folgord Float. Ah, yes.
Folgord does a lot of floating.
Slug never knew what hit him.
No, not against that. I was surprised it didn't instantly die.
Yeah, the official duty finder of lore. Funny rock. Yeah. Well, it's worse when Ladonia pointed out earlier that in order to get the ending that we got happily at the end of Endwalker, we had to travel down a broken timeline that ceased to be so that we could have a correct time loop circle.
Yeah.
And I'm really convinced that the Dragon Song reprise is actually following the Exarch's old timeline.
Okay. That's disturbing.
And one of the reasons for this is that during the cutscene of the main scenario quest, when you're traveling back through Graha's memories in dream form, he of course comes across Lord Photom's book. And the book that he reads mentions how we rode a white dragon to save a girl falling from the citadel. No, in our timeline, the dragon did that all on her own. We were not involved. We watched helplessly.
Yeah, something like that.
So, yeah, he comes from a parallel timeline. That's now broken and ceases to be because we reconnected the timeline into a proper loop. But that loop wouldn't have happened if we didn't have the broken timeline to begin with.
Yeah. We might get into details on that on the next Chocobo ride.
and they call themselves Padgel. You wonder at my irritation, I shouldn't doubt, but I suppose I ought to explain. You see, I brought up the tale of Master Aetoa's journey, the suffering he endured for the sake of the Twelveswood. Young though I was deeply touched by his courage and sacrifice, and to this day his deeds remain close to my heart. That is why it irks me that the Seedseers will not lift a finger to help the forest. But thankfully, we have you. As Master Aetoa has chosen, you are far more dependable than any Padgel alive. Now then, let us speak of our journey. Grandfather left his records of Master Aetoa's journey in my keeping. I shall scour them for clues as to where we must go. While we do this, pay attention to your own preparations. I shall be here when you are ready to strike out. Like in 2 mouse clicks?
Something like that. Oh no, we have to wait until we hit 52.
We're 60.
But we have to wait until we're 52.
No.
We're not 52, we can't do it. Fine. A journey of purification. Abilities, asylum. And the lilies. Miss Shiva has uncovered a clue to your quest to purge the taint.
You come at a good time, Rena, Ladonia. We never left! I believe I have found a clue in my grandfather's records. There's a passage which tells of a time when the taint reached the forest via the subterranean water vein. Master Aetoa traced it back to its source at Abalathia's spine, and there he purged the corruption. Lest you wonder, 'tis the mention of the water vein that interests me. Allow me to explain. Though the dangers to the Twelveswood have become so dire as to elicit emphatic warnings from the Great One, none but the Padgels or the Hearers are aware of it. If we then consider the Great One's warning that the taint shall flood the forest, I am inclined to conclude that a befouled aether is being conveyed from water veins. Years have passed since Master Aetoa purged the taint. A new source of corruption may well have manifested in the intervening time. First, I suggest we take our investigation to the central highlands of Corythus, which form the southern edge of the Abalathian spine. Pray, meet me at Camp Dragonhead. Woohoo!
Yeah, I've been wondering if the dragon bit was a mistake, or maybe just it was a later tale, and who wrote that down was mistaken. And as far as the stories on the website, yeah, I really need to get around to going and reading most of those.
I know you tried at one point and couldn't because the writing style was not to your liking?
Yeah, I remember something about that. I don't remember enough. But that was on that one, who knows.
At some point we do need to talk to Camp, go to Whitehead and talk to Drillamon. We've had that in our log for ages and have not finished it because we kind of moved on. Now, I assume the difference there was because it comes from a different timeline, and that timeline split when Graha entered the tower, effectively.
Yeah. It is a possibility. I have not been entirely convinced of that, but it is certainly a possibility.
Fuzzy wuzzy timey wimey stuff!
Oh boy, yes.
Grab your disbelief suspenders because they're going to be yanked into a space-time wedgie! Woohoo!
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's in Heavensward plus.
No. For the dragon...
For saving the girl, I believe.
Yeah, for saving the
That's
girl...
7 Heavensward plus.
It was at the end of the duty where you're chasing the friar who was trying to reassert the church's dominance. And he had kidnapped one of the kids from the broom, along with several other people.
Okay, I was thinking it's the one that happens shortly after they show the new crest over at Falcon's Nest? Is that the name I want?
Yeah, you won Falcon's Nest. It was a little after that.
Okay. Because I seem to remember, the incident starts there and then ends up in Ishgard, of course.
Yeah. And of course, it was the White Dragon, of course.
That should be like 3.3.
Yeah, is referring to everyone's favorite grandmom dragon who's over in Annex Shrine, normally. Yeah. Ishtel's buddies. Everything is frozen over. I had read about the snow-swept mountains in Quarthus, but no amount of reading can substitute for seeing. Yeah, you're a little thinly dressed, girl. Why don't you go get a parka? I have a confession to make. This is my first time setting foot outside the 12's The experience is proving to be one fascinating and frightening. But I digress. Yes, chilly. Chilly is a good phrase for it. While I awaited your arrival, I spoke to some of the knights about water veins. They said that one passes beneath the area just to the south of here. The area happens to be thick with fiends, and these fiends happen to grow unnaturally aggressive of late. I would wager that the taint is to blame for this change. A short while ago, a band of knights departed from the area in question on a mission to cull the unruly creatures. Shall we go join them? Yeah, the only reason why I kind of digress on the translation era is that the translation team is, for the English side, because of the efforts of Koji Fox,
yep,
it tends to be written in both Japanese and English at the same time.
Now, he is asking about Graha's memory.
Yeah, Graha's memory takes place, I want to say, a third of the way through Shadowbringer. You're in, and you're sleeping in the pendants. Oh dear, they're going to have us kick party, aren't they?
Yes.
Boo! I can understand why they did that, because early in, 2.0, there was problems of big players going into job quests that were supposed to teach skills and literally sailing people through them, and then the people were like, but I don't know how to use the skill!
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember those days. My suspicions were correct. The taint has driven the fiend into a frenzy. Let us aid the knights and see to the cleansing. Oh no, we're going to be synced to 54. Whatever shall we do?
I just lost 6 levels. Okay, everybody, have a regen. Really? The stagnant water sprite is a hunt target for me.
Really?
Really?
How did that happen?
One of the Centaurio ones.
remember what exactly sequence it was in. I want to say it was after you came back from Ilme. You might have actually gotten back
after
from
the second enlightenment.
There it is, Rena. The taint. I trust you know what to do. How are you doing on yours, since I can't see it?
Just came out.
Ah, there you are.
Foul taint.
The energy, soothing and pure. 'Tis precisely as my grandfather wrote. And your soul crystal, I believe it's taken on a new radiance. In all likelihood, the spirit of Master Eorzea within has bestowed upon you great power. I wonder, could it be that the act of purifying serves to empower the white mage? If that is true, it makes the Padgil's refusal to leave the forest even more incomprehensible. How long will they allow their laws to dictate the actions to detriment of reason? At any rate, there is not more to do here. Let's return to Camp Dragonhead. I see Peeps has fled the scene.
Yes.
Come back here, you silly burb.
Let's see here. What was the new one?
The new one?
Or, no, that's right. We haven't actually finished the quest yet.
No, we have not.
That's why the bar didn't look any different. And Doodles is right. They just don't want to deal with all the paperwork.
I don't blame them.
Nope.
Let us review what we've learned. As we suspected, the taint is being born along subterranean water veins. According to my grandfather's records, the headwater of this vein we just visited is situated farther to the west. Unfortunately, it lies beyond the holy see of Ishgard. As foreigners, we require a special mission to pass through the city. I shall contact Stillglade's Vein and request to have the Elder Seed Seer issue us with necessary paperwork. Yeah, that's why Peeps was fleeing. Okay, that's understandable. Of course, were one of the Seed Seers here, we would not have to go through all this hassle. I shall survey the lay of the land in order to ascertain our next destination. Meanwhile, I suggest you take time to accustom yourself to your newfound power. I shall be here when you are ready to resume our mission. Asylum! And
Yes.
And our Lily Gauge.
Not right, but it's close.
Healing gauge unlocked. Doo-doo-doo. There we go. Asylum! Man, I've missed Asylum. Gone through all of Heavensward without Asylum.
Yeah, and okay, there's a Flatus Solus. Yeah, I'm getting to the point where I'm going to have to redo my UI soon.
Oh noes!
because we're going to start overspilling the second bar in a little bit. The girl with the dragon tissue. As Shiva is ready to resume the mission to purge the taint. Resume?
I'm terribly sorry for the wait. Wait, we waited? I thought I was just sitting here playing with Asylum.
Yeah.
It has taken a while, but our request to pass through Ishgard has been granted. We may continue to the Northwest Highlands. First, I suggest we make a brief stop at Falcon's Nest. If there has been any anomaly in the area, the locals may be able to tell us something.
How frozen over the zone is may be the anomaly.
Yeah. I just realized when it comes to class quests, I probably should have gone ahead and done Paladin, because we're not going to air it anyway. The Heavensward class quest for Paladin does not exist.
That bad.
New lows. I did not think this game could get so, yeah. Paladin quest for Heavensward does not exist. Please continue on to Stormblood. Yeah, I'm kind of a little sad that Koji is kind of backed off of FF14, but at the same time, he's been so busy with other projects, it makes sense. But we'll still always have him as part of the Primals. I don't think that's going to change any day soon.
Probably not.
I mean, there are very few people who could sing that low in English and Latin that they could get their hands on for next to nothing. Give me a sec, I'm cleaning my glasses off. They got smudged. No comment.
What?
It's not like we're going far anyway. Here we are. So this is Falcon's Nest. To think the architectural styles can differ so even within the same nation. Going to new places is a veritable feast for the senses. Such wonders grandfather must have beheld on his journey with Master Eorzea. But such musings must wait. We have a task to do. Let us begin by speaking with people here. When you have finished, pray come and meet me at Hamlet's north entrance. So we need to go around and interrogate people in again. Gotcha!
There's going to be a lot of that. If they didn't want to be interrogated regularly, they shouldn't have been NPCs. I'm unfamiliar with this taint of which you speak. We do consider dragons unclean, however. Speaking of the beasts, lately there have been reports of a strange woman skulking about their remains. We're on the lookout for her, lest she prove to be a heretic. Everyone around here is a heretic.
What? You just now figured that out? Fanatical, our name is Ishgard.
The taint? Never heard of it. We've had a strange visitor, however, a foreign woman with the stench of death about her. Suspicious as she was, I decided to steal a peek at her belongings, and forgive me, but the mere recollection of it is like to bring up my lunch. Anyway, after that, some few of us confronted her and demanded to know her purpose, but she refused to say a word. Nay, she looked straight through us with empty eyes and left the hamlet. As I recall, she was headed to the north and west. Wherever it is she has gone, we are well rid of her.
Charming!
Mm-mm.
Rumors of the strange woman are on everyone's lips. This is likely to be a coincidence, but it appears we're headed in the same direction as her. There are water sources in the northwest corner of the region, frozen lakes to be precise, and I would take our investigation there. I mislike the sound of this woman, and I'd sooner not cross our paths with her, but we have a mission to fulfill. Let us keep moving.
There is no way we are not crossing paths with her. She's Chekhov's NPC at this point.
Yes, she is. So the other day I found this wonderful graphic that basically alluded to Chekhov's, Pavlov's, Occam's, and what was the other one? Murphy. And switching up all the Chekhov's law and Murphy's cat, and it was hilarious, and it was also true.
Yeah, I need to actually see that.
She's probably all by the old Aetherite. Okay, Eorzea, show off your wings!
Work.
I know it's cold and the wind chill is not helping.
No, it never does.
Yeah, I tried working a little on the animation last night. Did not get very far with it.
Sorry.
Well, it didn't help that the pin drivers dropped again. And usually the only way to get around that is to reboot my machine. Now, the pin drivers have not dropped for me for some time, so that was kind of
I'm a little
surprise.
surprised. And of course, restarting your machine is not the chore it used to be.
Praise the 12. Good God.
Praise my Christmas gift.
Mm-hmm. Good gods, the stench is overpowering, even in this frigid clime. Forgive me for interrupting, but what are you doing? Searching.
Oh, that. I felt like I needed a part.
It's okay. Rather more damage than I would have liked, but it will serve. After all, experiment precedes pace. Experiment? What in the heavens are you doing? Why must I justify myself to you? Oh, well, I suppose you have no obligation to do so. It's just not every day that I see someone rummaging through a dragon's corpse. So I frighten you, then. You find me repulsive, like the rest of them. No.
Well, the stench certainly is.
You misunderstand. I didn't mean to give offense. Whatever you do is your business, to be sure, but it isn't safe to be alone out here. What would you suggest, then? that I find a stout protector like your friend, as if anyone would be willing to help me. The aura you emanate. They sent you to hound me, haven't they? To remind that witch Aquia that she is no place in the world. Aqua? I warn you, leave me alone.
That was cryptic.
Well, that was certainly queer. I know not what compels me to speak with that woman, Aquia, but I believe she called herself, I must confess to being morbidly curious about her experiment. But I mustn't let it be a distraction. We have work to do. Unless I'm mistaken, the taint is manifested in this area. Let us split up and search for it. You know, they're probably gonna have a split party again.
Huh, ice commanders are on targets.
How many you need?
I don't know, but I have 2. I'll know when one of them dies. Three.
Well, that's 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Where is number 3? Come here, number 3.
Right over there. Handy dandy volunteer.
Poof,
There
number
we
3
go.
gone.
3 Centaurio seals. Okay. I suppose I'm just as happy the taint was not underneath that dragon corpse.
Yeah, I'll agree on that one. Cracked ice spirit.
Good kick, Marshmallow.
Now I'm trying to remember, which Stormblood story was it that you tried reading that you couldn't get through? Do you remember?
It was dealing with Fordola. I remember that much.
You found the taint and purified it? Well done! Though I cannot help but wonder, is it truly a coincidence that the taint chanced to manifest while we were met Aqua? Being frozen to the bone isn't conducive to conversation. Let's return to Falcon's Nest and warm ourselves before we discuss the matter in earnest. I'll agree with
Fair
that
enough.
one. Yeah, I'm still very bummed that they ended up canceling the live-action series in pre-production. I still think it would have been very grand.
Yeah, though, boy, it would have been a heck of a thing to do.
I also wouldn't be surprised if they're looking at Lala's going, how are we going to make this work?
Maybe. At least it didn't all get filmed and then trashed.
Oh, yeah, that would have been even worse. We've had way too much of that lately, and we'll probably have more.
Yeah.
For those who have access to Baron's server, I posted a link this afternoon to a video I ran across. it was more of an opinion piece, and they make no bones about it. But they talk about the entire thing of it's not art, it's not film, it's not video, it's content. And the commoditization thereof. And one of the things they talk about is filming things and ditching them just so you have thousands of people's hard work and efforts going into something as best they can, and they can't even share it because it's been taken as a tax write-off.
Yeah, and not even a very efficient tax write-off.
No. With your most recent efforts... I can speak. Yes, I can.
Good. Do so.
I'd like to. With your most recent efforts, I sense the power continuing to grow. Suffice to say, this is a boon to our cause. The mission proceeds smoothly thus far. If we continue following the water vein, it should lead us to the source of the taint. As for the stranger, Alakwa, never have I felt such an unsettled in someone's presence. Though that she might be connected to the taint also bothers me, but until we know for certain, it avails us not to dwell upon it. For now, I shall resume my investigation of water veins and try to deduce the location of the taint where the taint might appear. Leave the investigation aspect of one mission to me, and pray continue honing your powers of purification. After all, no one else can purge this taint but you two.
Yeah.
Woohoo! I can throw a rock at them!
Bigger rock. Go from stone 2 to stone 3.
We get a size! Next quest.
Okay.
I have seriously been missing SIs.
The dark blight arrives. Shiva has terrible news regarding the taint. Oh, right, yeah, that is a handy one.
Terrible news, Fritz! The manifestation of the taint you purged here has reappeared. The fiends nearby were driven crazy into a frenzy all over again, and they reportedly attacked a knight on patrol. Though the man managed to flee to the convictory, his wounds are grievous, and to compound matters, the camp's chirurgeons are afield. The camp's chirurgeons.
Yeah.
Technically, it's supposed to be surgeons, but
pretty much.
It depends
it's an
on
archaic form.
It also depends on what pronunciation guide you're going with.
Of course.
The camp's chirurgeons are afield and cannot ready then return. You two are his only chance. You must go to the convictory and save him. And she runs off. I want to know how we can beat her there, flying on Eorzea, when she's running on foot.
Or how she can beat us there, yeah.
And it's not like she was running towards the Chocobo taxi.
No. She's just that good. Or something.
Yeah, that night's seen better days.
I can't die. What will become of my family?
He's in a bad way, so please hurry and tend to his hurts.
Read that. Same thing. Ah, of course. Cure 2?
Yep, it wants Cure 2.
Which one is that?
It's the one of 4 dots.
Oh, okay, that's also considered a cure, that's right. The pain fades. I owe you a debt of gratitude.
Thanks to you, the danger is past. However, he will still require constant care for a time. I shall remain on hand and provide it. Meanwhile, you must go and purify the taint that has reappeared in the west of Banepool. Only you two have the power to do so. Please hurry before it can cause any more harm. Yes, yes, yes. Hurry here, hurry there.
Maybe a regen first. There.
You know you cast that on yourself.
I know. I had him targeted. I wasn't gonna say anything if you didn't.
Sorry. Yeah, it's the same. Oh, we've got Unholy Pikemen now.
Well, let's counter that with a hole.
Oh, Parapolies. Holy Spirit, activate! Yes. Thank you, Viva Underling.
Yeah.
I'm pleased to say that the knight has made a full recovery. Had you not come to his aid, his comrades believe he would have died. I have seen you already purify the taint. Good work. I must say, though, that its reappearance baffles me. It should have taken far longer to befoul aethers to accumulate. I am disinclined to believe that it came about by itself. Nay, I sense that someone had a hand in this. I spoke with the knight after he successfully recovered. Shortly before he was attacked, he caught sight of the foreign woman who reeks of death, Alakwa. Wherever she appears, so too does this taint. It wasn't certain before, but now I'm convinced that it is no more mere coincidence. Could it be that she's creating the taint? If so, to what end? Why would she do such a thing? I know not of her designs, but her actions cannot be borne. Should the taint continue to manifest, both Quarthus and the Twelveswood would suffer unimaginable damage. Still, Gladefane must know of this threat. I shall send word to them.
You do this.
Though I shan't raise my hopes up that the Seedseers will bestir themselves, best to assume that we are on our own. Now then, our priority is now to track down Alakwa. The knight said she was headed to the west to the Dravanian Forelands. Let us take our search to the main settlement there. Tailfeather, I believe it's called. Yep, it is Tailfeather. Indeed.
Yes, we're gonna trail our way through the entire set of zones, aren't we?
I don't know if we'll get this done tonight.
Yeah?
Maybe I should...
we may be a while getting through all the various class quests.
Yeah, we can usually do one a night, but this one's being a little extra long. Maybe because we took too many side routes and...
Maybe. They also...
Also, we are slow boating it on Eorzea instead of just teleporting around like sane people.
Yeah. Well, there's like 2 modes these chains operate in. One of them is fairly compact. You go to like one zone and that's it. And and at least for the Heavensward ones in that mode, it's probably not even a Heavensward zone.
Mm-hmm.
The other one takes you through the entire list of zones short of like Az's Law. And this is obviously in that mode, and the travel is going to make it take a little longer.
I've spoken with a handful of locals. A strange woman has been witnessed coming and going with some regularity. I'm reasonably confident that this is Alakwa, but I shall try to gather more information for good measure. Something occurs to me. If Alakwa is indeed responsible for creating the taint, she's not taken too kindly to purifying it. We may well come to a confrontation. Pray use this time to hone your skills, for we shall have need of them ere long.
5 seconds.
Ass-eyes me! Ass-eyes!
That definitely needs to move. The chocobos are going, really?
Yeah, really.
In the wake of death. Shiva is eager to share new information on Alakwa.
Good tidings. I have acquired definite information on Alakwa. As before, the stench of death gave her away. A hunter she chanced to walk near couldn't help but notice the smell, and when she realized that she was being observed, she quickly turned her step west towards dragon territory. The hunter shouted a warning, but she continued on heedlessly. In light of her inclinations, I dare say she has business here. There's an area called Avalon Fallen to the west. Let us head in that direction and try and pick up Aquala's trail.
Okay then. Come on, Eorzea.
We might be able to do it because I think this is kind of the last zone they throw this chain into. It'll be tight though.
Yeah, we're certainly getting close. There might be another quest after this. In fact, there almost has to be, I think.
Why do I have... Oh, right. I killed bats back in Fulgrorge. I'm like, why do I have a bat wing in my inventory?
Batwing.
Hush you. Oh.
Ooh. Oh. The Dene Road. This road leading to Angst Shrine was originally called Dran Eren, which roughly translates to the Path of Dragon and Man. Due to the difficult pronunciation, the road became known as the Dene Road over time, and its profound meaning was forgotten by all but the Dravanians.
Because Dravanians are like elephants. They never forget.
Pretty much.
No sign of Aquala. And the areas beyond is fraught with danger. Not even hunters dare venture in. Oh, but we go in all the time!
Yes, but we're not hunters.
I would sooner not wander these parts without some guarantee that one of these days I will pronounce it correctly. I'm sorry. Alakwa near, but we cannot afford to delay lest she endure us completely, or elude us completely.
Yes.
My eyes must be getting tired or something. Words are starting
Possible.
to kind of crawl and waver on me. Let us split up and search. If you would focus on the area to the north, I shall follow the high road west. Oh, and do keep an eye out for the taint. If Alakwa is here, it is like to have manifested. If I remember this question correctly, the ending fight to it is actually pretty epic.
Yeah. That seems right.
Ooh. Hunt target. Probably need 3 of these guys.
Well, guess what? So do I. Big rock. Have a big rock.
One, 2, and this would be number 3.
Yep. Ooh, I have a lily. Three Centaurio seals.
It was on the way.
Yes, it was.
Killing things for fun and profit.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's this way.
Indeed. So honor in the mountain? No, the mountain's
no, we're not big enough to 2-man him. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Lord of Wyverns, not happening.
Considering we're the same level, yeah. Eroded, whispering. Great. Here, be holy. And deceased. Alakwa is not here. Rejoin his Shiva on the westbound high road. The Mihan high road?
I'm suddenly hearing the Thunder Plains theme in my head. Thanks for that.
It's actually a pretty pleasant theme as long as you're not getting knocked around by lightning every 10 seconds.
Oh.
Really want to be here. Wow. Look who you found.
You should not have startled me. You.
Me?
I see. You are the ones who undid my work. Why
Thanks for the confirmation.
Why do you interfere with my experiment? So it was you who created the taint. The taint, you say? An insult born of ignorance. What you would callously destroy is a wellspring of life-giving aether.
Elementals seem to disagree.
Well, it is a well of dark aether.
Yeah.
What are you saying? The taint is befouled aether. It destroys life. So you choose to cling to your ignorance, like all the others. But it matters not what you think. When my experiment is complete, All the fools who tormented me and mine shall get their comeuppance. No, we won't let you continue your twisted experiment. Brenna, Latonia, stop her! I believe you have more pressing concerns. Drawn to the Aether, I shouldn't doubt. Or the Taint, as you insist on calling it. But such details are immaterial. By whatever name it is known, I shall fill the world with it and have my revenge. Do not interfere. Consider this your final warning.
Nope, sorry, interference is the name of this quest chain. Well, hello there. Well, that went pretty fast for all but the last two.
Holy spam for the win!
And a bit of a seizing.
Ass eyes. Ass eyes. To cast out. Or to judge and cast out.
You find a peculiar hunk of flesh on the ground. Don't touch it, it's evil.
Pretty much. Thank you again, you two. Again, you have saved me, and again, I am reminded of my own weakness. What do you have there? Well, I skipped my last meal. I'd wager this is part of Alakwa's experiment.
Yeah.
The seed seers may be able to glean something from that, and yet I find myself loath to seek them out. They haven't so much as lifted a finger to help us. What can we expect of them now?
Now is not the time to be
stubborn. Yes, I agree. You have the right of it, Rena, Latonia. There's more at stake here than a difference of opinion. If we're to save the 12 Wood, we must needs turn to the Seed Seers for aid. It's settled then. We return to the 12th Wood.
Thin air.
Ooh. An ability I really should use more of.
I was gonna say, I don't really remember that one.
Well, it's changed its purpose a couple of times.
Oh dear.
Its current thing right now is when you tap it, the next action will cost no MP.
Yes.
If you have to do a bunch of raising, that's a godsend.
Yeah.
Because 2,400 MP per raise.
Yep. Nearly a quarter of your total pool.
Yeah, trust me, there's been a few times of me spatuling party members off the ground and then finding I have nothing to heal with. That's what Thin Air is there to help with.
Trials of the Padules. I figure take this and hope that it leads towards something that is a rest area. Because this crater sure isn't one.
No, this is not a rest area.
Eschiva is ready to return to the 12's Wood to petition the Seed Seer's aid.
Please hold on to this hunk of flesh. It is safer in your keeping.
Gee, thanks.
Our bags are not going to like this.
No.
Now then, let's return to Camp Tranquil and explain the situation to the Seed Seers. You know what?
What?
I'm just gonna port it.
Finally made you give up, did they?
Yeah. Because that is a long haul between
Yes, it is.
Ravanian Forelands and Camp Tranquil. I was really hoping to get through White Mage tonight, but
Yeah, but most of it.
yeah, I might go ahead
Is
and do like Paladin
Pally.
when you aren't looking, because Pally doesn't
And say, what?
exist.
It was always like this.
Yeah. Yeshiva? The situation grows even more dire, but it will be enough to spur the Seed Seers to action.
They've already been spurred to action. It's just going out of the first is not an action they can easily do. The Great One's warnings have not abated. On the contrary, they have become more fervent. Might be more. No. That's the same as it was before. Really, you two?
Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Ah, you two have returned. How far is the effort to purge the taint? You wish to show us something?
Tainted flesh, a byproduct of Alakwa's dark experiments.
Here, you can keep this.
Please. My bag smells bad enough already.
Know how many corpses we've lugged around in those things?
Exactly.
Well, what does it tell us, brother?
The elementals are in trepidation of the flesh. It is infused with befouled aether. Of this, there can be no doubt. And with the Great One's warnings growing ever more fervent, it seems plain that this Alakwa continues to sow the taint.
Whatever it is she seeks to do, we must put a stop to it. Arun and I shall take a closer look at the flesh. In the meantime, you must resume your journey of purification. What, with all due respects, oh, to hell's with respects, I can't believe what I'm hearing. You would send us back into the midst of danger with nary a word of counsel? I know full well what we ask much of you, but there is none other upon whom we can depend. Depend, you say? Instead of depending on others, why don't you do something for a change? We all know that you both have the powers to do so. Do you realize how much Rena and Ladonia have been through in your names? Oh, but of course you don't, because while they shed blood for you, you were hiding here with your heads in the treetops. If Master Ato were here to see this, he would turn in his grave. Heads in the treetops? What is the matter with her? She thinks you're stuck in the muds for sticking to your laws instead of going out and do something about it.
To think that our own people see us in such a light.
It cannot be helped, brother. We are bound to remain to the forest. Things are not as they were during Master Atoa's time.
Be that as it may, were the people to lose faith in us, for whom shall we convey the will of the elementals? Forgive me, but I would be alone. Rest assured I will take a closer look at the tainted flesh.
Arun has the right of it. It is our duty to facilitate harmony between man and elemental. All the laws of the forest count not if we fail in this. At any rate, we must needs stop Alakwa's dark designs. And fear not, Rena, Ladonia, henceforth we will not leave you to bear this burden alone. Pray allow us time to consider our next step.
You have a week.
Yeah, and the last one would be level 60.
Right. Pick
So-
that up next week.
We're gonna have
They
to.
both went down.
Considering you got work in the morning.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna park ourselves up here at Camp Tranquil.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a tranquil place to park.
More tranquil than it was earlier. It was kind of tense.
Yeah. Yeah. Holy moly.
So let's see. Taking a look at the list of things. Okay. Tetragrammaton is what's coming up at 60. Which, yeah, I hardly ever use that one.
Which one was it?
Sphere Cure Potency 700.
Oh, it's basically a semi-nerfed version of Benediction.
I'd rather have Benediction.
Well, it's what
Which
you
I do
use if
have.
Benediction's on cooldown.
Fair enough. Because, boy, Benediction is handy.
Yes, it is. Well, thank you all very much for coming. Thanks to all the new folks who've popped their heads in. It was great seeing you. Glad we got a chance to talk a little orange stuff.
Yes.
Tomorrow, we will be back with Foxtail, which is a little point-and-click adventure, retro style.
Yes.
Then we will continue that during the weekday, and then we'll be back, hopefully, for more Deep Dungeon on Saturday. Until then, be safe, be well, get a good night's sleep, and hope to see you next time.
Yeah, everyone have a great night. Hope that your Monday is as good as a Monday can get, and hope to see you tomorrow evening.
And pray that I can beat Obs back into shape. That'd be good.
That would be really good.